Wakwaba yetwa enefie that 23rd August 2019 Adekye Nsroma dwumadie ni so your ambassador her excellency efie dutwumu amrosa odikasebo na ma wawie nti dia aka ne senkrata ne abadwa so no ye bebobo so na poso na de esese ekodi nkomo wo mu no yakodi nkomo me sure se ya na de nkomo wo ho pa na musi de na esisi opani sisi ai de ono na trendy ye owura Adekye ye ageni mbo eje dru baby edi no behu na ebi eje dru baby a behu na eje ni mboaten eje kane nanka wono ne pani a woda PPA Public Procurement Authority no ano enso said ye ekoye ye no mana asɛnhwehwɛmu ni nti ekoba asɛm ampani sɛ wotu na firi ne dwumadie ni so watwe na sensen ti sesi ai de oye suspend o se no ani ye omfa ne nkrata ne naniama emfa emma ne deputy ye owura Frank Mante na eba ni sei no de o utimu sɛ semua sisi wachi for Friday enra mampani se de esese enwumakuo bi ti se shraj ene special prosecutor bamuno wo momram no wo monhwe ensi na akuakua hodo a wo mo ewo man mutima manku a wonom so hwe ebodawuro etia katasehye ne dwirim die no na wo so akanya wo mo ho ene Ghana Integrity Initiative namha na Prince Hwamu biem omu na mbeye nsi osenso na we di ne de eba omu ya no omu kabom no omu se yasem aye wo kan nyina aye ba akosem ampani na board na nkasa nso board no correction de se nye ba akofo asem na fi se contract no ye da ne be ko board edru ba bi kra se mana ase hwehwemu no wo se wo bisa papa no se enti ade a wo ye no se de na me ye wan na se ade na anko board eko board honom ema board no wose wodi moaye bebre no evidence chese ade na eko board ho wose ohwa be na wotwe achi manase no na krata free board secretary wa basa han papa no conflict of interest bia nsi wo ba bia adani a no oboy amane enti ne ye nim say TDL ne ye ne dia ebi so kra ho no mo a court ana lawyer for kasem no recusing ho na say oyi ne ho free chen eti nchen ebre a ye di sa contract no ho nkomo ene say adwumakuo ba ne ye de be ma won no nti won hyeda ntoso na ye sa civil society a wo mo cassette corruption nti wo hio debi enti board na so kra de sisi ayi de o mo hwehwe ne say ye wo mo so ye dissolve wo mo ye dissolve wo mo ebebo enu ye civil society ne so adesrede ene wani tua opposition for so best of say we so de omo sem ampania ani die mu a mo won clear na ansa na wo ma ba be ka so ni ho so ntini nyina ye nkomo a anopa e be de bi so se aban ayade watu emema anamo akokodura anamo fri se enkono ana de mu a bi ono mu anko won ka se nhwehwemu we nti ka de obeya ni se o papa ya twenwa sensen won shada nka hwe nchire obia woni obia kapapa bia asase obecheche ni nyina mu ye de tumi na ma ne nti adwuma na no ye nkade ebiem enti ebi se ye mo abaso ebi se de ba abaso bo tenso ebekọ aban fem ne honso yakọ akodi nkomo nti na de nkrata ne de eje bi eje na trendy ti wo trendy de eso beboa no wa trendy nkrata ne bi so kra de abase we nya ne first time enya de edi nkani ene the Ghanaian publisher to ne buase asese ebribi no wo ye manager okita managerial position wo Ghana Water eno so saa no wo ye enti said de wo mo pese wo mo keka ne chese o ware darim ade a onim ye na obo ne homode ewom o asem na abenti amamo nka ne saa fi se ebi nso na ye sign anamusi we ntimi nye sign ebi no so kra keka se o papa idie na abebode a papa idie na abebode happen ade ekoso na se uti anye yi a na se power na power ntia na se enya adaje ne akokọ mea ke be wuso CEO su no ade a wonom ye wo boaboa wo ho de atwen opposition bere enti ade a wonom ye well we don't know ti the amount for kekan ya ene ebomomane na mampenda da mahama so amount for se o trend pa o enra na yi a wo ye Facebook live yi amount for se wo se de aye ne de opinion na fie masefo amfo wo se obam ene wo mo se obam ani o metua sika ne ma wo mo na say any may bum say me leader of the largest opposition party no I can't say down concern say oh say your concern dey be chase can ma wo mu but enura so okay can say bebre anopai ma me fan to anim say mpunimpo general secretary ma NDC amanyuko no owura Johnson Esiedu nketia wono ne ne bebo mpunimpo nti ye be pone no ho kakra e kina NDC amanyuko no ye wono primaries a wode ebeyi wo mo begina party ni di mo wo various constituencies e dia premier Eviano, Nina Waba, ye bedi won come near Busan Mampenda John Dramani Mahama, Facebook Live, ya, and now we ye. Kwabena besie ne krakra anything and now here school feeding for no da so tete me na de ya me ni interest bia enti dia ya ne se wo mo abeba no ma ba be ka wo no asem ti enya wo mo a wo mbeba be cheche mu ye posifo nso enya ne ti ye se wo mo nua ba akọ corpora no Bernard a wo mo bo ni tuo ya wa asante mantem no wa che suspect be se 9 a woboa wo ama waye wonum enhwehwemu ti se eberiba mu a ibeko posifo ho ne akobisa se enu nso akosisen enkrata no the Ghanaian publisher Anopai was see Adekye was busted in similar acts in 2000 and then Amidu someone suspended PPA CEO enu no ho if you manche
ya
sister na ho ti say
me ho ye kroma dey
hey, who's the chroma ede?
Oh, say
sister, you can't wait. I will say I grow ede.
I'm best no moody. You know, say it's me so be more than any jeba.
You mean suspect na yache womo
in general?
I like that. I go a criminal.
In general, yeah.
Hey, sister, Obeza.
Oh,
and you can't see where the evidence, Papa. The Chronicle say, Martin Amidu rise to PPA boss. Hey, report yourself to my office next week.
Bam.
You have a corruption charge to answer. Because them kind of me sure says na editor who said saying at the end be cause hey no exclamation mark down and no end. Hey, report yourself to my office next week. You have a corruption charge to answer. Hey, Chronicle, you do Chronicle headline, you know. And then the fact that advises First Lady to stay clear of Gomwafete Akwambo. New Edubiasi NDC on fire over parliamentary candidates. NLA to license illegal lotto operators. Open your say operators na Japan. Almost say uni omu dia grobi omani nye ho kra. E den na ekoso. Prince Shani Musa no why. Na one more lawyer for sa concerned lotto operators any one more Makika Lotto Writers Association, one lawyer, Dr. Atukondria, and one say, when they come, one bet you millions of Ghana cedis. Oh, Mobet Mikra, you shoot, yeah, draw no dia banker to banker. And we say, one much is carry, one say wonka. Was in one more, I would say 7 days, Mama register my agents, and one must anapa pay at the bonnie ben yayo. I fed the I see a crowd say, your baby register will be a goon foot to fra. Into almost said your way and woman in your whole cry. A dear potena, echo so honum, said the bay and quiet said, Upeso gulo to phone a juma. Sack Christian Univali MCE Ken Ashibe says so. Daily Graphic, corruption allegation at Public Procurement Authority. Shraj receives President's petition. Special prosecutor summon CEO. Act to save country from corruption. Presbyterian Church of Ghana tells leadership. 10 finalists of Ghana Teacher Prize announced. And then please raise 350,000 Ghana cedis from traffic offenses. Daily Guide, Akufo-Addo drags a fired PPA boss to Amidu. Junior Agogo is dead. So sad. And we are near say at the age of 40, Junior Agogo efimu. Manabusi na shedding any yako monko se monkafra pa onunso demi fedri nyamenfa ne krensi. Midland Savings recorded massive losses. 2 more killers of policewoman arrested. NDC shops for candidates tomorrow. The Informer of CDD Ghana findings almost ka civil society ko no mudo manu atosa PPA boss and semno emuno ho. Akufo-Addo chokes under corruption as PPA boss allegedly sells contract at 22.3 million Ghana cedis. But president says to clear him as usual. Are you sure? I thought he has referred him to Shraj and Special Prosecutor's Office. The Ghanaian Times, fallout from Manasseh's expose. President suspends PPA boss. Special prosecutor Shraj begin probe into contract for sales saga. And then former star striker Gogo passes on. Ghana to go meet over maritime boundary dispute. Ote Sena Efieka Wakasieno Emo. The Inside. Buzia's daughter petitions president over renaming of universities and other institutions. Then UDS lecturer warns against re-election of President Akufo-Addo. The Ghanaian Observer, PPA boss to face SP Shraj over Manasseh's expose. Mark Menu heads NPP's Parliamentary Appeals Committee. Group raise red flags over privatization of business advisory centers. Akufo-Addo appoints Gulf second female brigadier general. And then NLA set to license illegal lotto operators. The new crusading guide, government response to contract for sales saga as SP summons suspended PPA boss. Daily Dispatch, NDC's 2020 constituency primaries, Ablakwa, Adoboy, Ofosu, Ramadan and Sosu likely to win. Shareholders of Capital and UT Bank sued for assets of over 850 million Ghana cedis. Then Dispatch says it's done a transcript of Manasseh's expose contract for sale. At the end of the day, no, everywhere you go, media chaya no the way dia makama omo. But man fans also no die. Eni enye mo dia. Hey, ABJ here, ABJ day. Enti no penny ABJ na ena all trendy wo baby anti enwa enyenso yebebo so say pa near the amount quickly my encourage you ho say some days are beautiful, some days are ugly, some days are terrible, some days are frustrating, some days are just annoying, they just upset you, but they are all parts of the days. You virtually cannot do anything about it. Whatever it is, make sure you maximize. You maximize. That's the most important thing. It doesn't matter the day. Just maximize your potential. Just go through. Go through the ugly days with the strength and with the power and the ability that is within you. So that when the shiny days, when the brighter days come, you will smile and say, even in the stormy days, I made it. Edru debia, utimi sorry etoda okonkra ndo se obekwa adwuma. Okon no se obekasa titi wo mood swings no asema emma wachenkura na eye wohyi na obu afu keke to da bia woti asemu a eya nko a to da bia woti arekosem nko a to da bia woti amemnefesem nko a to da bia usi abontina utimi sa asemu nkum bi katada ne so unhu nanso wo a onye okay untimi nkyere adekode poten unim ye tie ne se Sada na aba te se nefie dei wonni sutumi de wonimu ane se ade achen na mom de wobetimi aye ne se bebo eda wo mu ade kakra wo mu ahoɔden wo mu pejam na fafa danim se ya arekoda no gina no se ya tete da no ginam se ya yakayaka da no ginam wanhwe ya se da bi te sa wo be ka semanse se wo ka wo be pa aba ubenu hu unya ya nkasa ada no kura na unti asia na wuni ho na wunim se dani twam wie na anigi dane ba afei na wonu hu se mihu ya nka manka ne sei mihu ya nka ma nwimpo se meti ase ye den enti na meka che wo se de de ni tie bia no fancy yo na nwenta so se mefem boa wo ho boa boso na fadanim eya edin areho nanso fam na ufam na ukosi akai se eye de ania enso to awia bebo enti se awia bo a waka se eye sensu tobre mu no mitimi fam eye se mitimi gina ada na enye denimu eye se mitimi gina ada nwuno ni mu na ene enkane a bi apia to me ensunuma bi ahyan ato me so na mununkum no ayi edi afiri ho enu ni anigi e wa abrabom unya ne pepepe da enko sede a wo pe no da na wonni sutumi nti ye de wo fam ubetimi aye de enya ni se wa bamu bebu ntem wo be pa ba ntem na wo be ka se mintimi obetimi de esesa wo ye ni say reta so babo so dwi na china wo na so one day ubetwa wani ahwe da na emu eya no da na emu areho no da na emu anwono no na waka say eyese mampa aba eyese mabamamu eyese mampa ntenase eyese manka se mintumi biem eyese manka manu aduro eyese mammo mi hutuo na emum mi china aye eno eni wani gisem no enti mpacho yire ho mia wani na it shall end well. Your motivation no me de yakuna ma said ye medical ya ka kire wo yi afia du twemu abantin krata ye mu ene ba ba ye twuma no na ye di emu enkomo ene ye Friday enti e bedi apomode enkomo nso a ene ye behwe sai ye bekok jade mukase na the Gladys boache wode maye no yakekan no kakra empu beba empu no ene ye hia General Secretary of the NDC Ura Johnson Esiedu nketia enti hwekwan se ene yebenya tough time yebedi nkomo so pa a enya sem ketwa kai se ene a World Day against abolition of slave trade and as a World Day for slave trade abolition ene de keka slave trade ehu bia enti Ghana Moody year of return monyere mo ho na nani danen pompon so no be say 1871 23rd August say ya ene wiase nyina kase ayeye adan wo bi koto ni nuasem de ne kwa akoye adwuma kyerefo ene adwuma bena ne ama na chi kwan ayera amo akoye akoa adenti na sese obi sum obi so ya akoa enti ye jai saade ne ye yesi sabre no omo ana omo Dominican Republic ene yi amaya aka no enkwa no krom wonu sori gye omo na so say never again afedie ya bre enti munya banka ban free ye nan ene yensa edru da se ya ebinum bebre ho ebe ya rehosem ama wonum enkanka yenuanom a wonum ewo diaspora no ebe ya rehosem ama womu efise na anu yedi ko se won nchi ayira but ye danyame asese ye nyina ye hu se eye danie esese ma wo mo san ba enti most African countries e won hyehyɛ ya eti said ye Ghana ye woy ya ye bedi Emancipation Festival Panafest ene de keka ho this year of return enti dwumadi ahodo koso ya manfo mo fi America actors ne wo mo magidi ahodo a wo mo ebeba Ghana mo makwanya nso enye wonum ede so wo mo ba no wo mo say wo mo pese wo mo eye Ghana fo a mo fama wonum we se yenuane wo mo ana na no papa bi amete ne nkan si akuapem mepone so 99 years afi na wanya Ghana citizenship na busuafo ani gi age se de no wo hwehwa no fi se na ne kra kire ne se aha ena ne nananom efi ebeye ni den yenuane wo mo enka chom se it's not their fault, it's just so happened that at one point in our history humanity decided to be wicked. That's it. But it's not their fault. So we welcome them to the Danny Glovers and the Steve Harveys. You will cry, you will. It's okay. It's good that we've accepted you. Accept us back and let us move on from here. Now you're koyenim. Sister Fianie.
Yani. Eso ko choba o se muye.
Eso ade.
Eso ade.
O ko nkwasuma nka be o se munye sa be obetimi a kire ko control. E na me na. Ya na duru bre bia e honum na obeti omusun na se untimi nkire me na. Na ba bia wo no sofo no kra so sori a no wo mu frɛ udin bi e na nega na negro na say ye nku se o kra o ka wo mo ho. Me wa so kra mo kra no ko kyekire sa kuro no.
Yes.
How much in America? I slave trade before mine. I slaves mine. But now bro free jacket tenso. And now kwaya why ni tinwi se mfuna nini mfuna nene. We see bra penyi be. We see one na the open wo ye no. O se dey be. Mama mu see mu kro mu hefa America o. Sa dey make wo monte. Enti na me kan ni chi no. Womunti obi antimi nya obi abibia fi se dia kwa ne ye ne enye wo ha manfo kroi eye frama immigrant usu hwehwe ni umu nya ahoto we dike ho be ka se he ya me pro Trump what jai dia o ye no. The Ghanaian publisher Adekye was busted in similar acts in 2000. Chief Executive Officer of Public Procurement Authority, Adekye, has been summarily suspended from office by President Akufo-Addo in a release issued from the Jubilee House and signed by Communications Director Eugene Ahim. The suspension follows broadcasts of allegations made against him in an investigative documentary conducted by Manasseh Azura titled Contract for Sale. Mr. Adekye was captured in the documentary engaged in alleged conflict of interest. Incidentally, this is not the first time Mr. Adekye has been caught in the web of fraudulent transactions. In 2002, he, as chief manager in charge of materials at Ghana Water Company Limited, together with the former managing director, Charles Adekye, were charged to cough out 2.4 billion Ghana cedis being managed from fraudulent transactions they undertook in the importation of water meters for Ghana Water Company Limited. Reports of a committee of inquiry chaired by Justice NYB Adekye on GWCL indicated that the two, in their capacities as officials of GWCL, collaborated with two companies to dupe GWCL to the tune of $300,000 as the supply of 30,000 in the supply of 30,000 meters. It's on and on and on and on and on. So you ask that when we are appointing people to authorities or to positions like this, do we do a background check?
I was young for Ghanaian publisher, ena yede edin kan na eno ena ababeto dwa eyekata fa edin kan no first page front page wonom no ena yede ehya na okwankyerefo panya wo no Public Procurement Authority PPA odano eye orura Adekye se de obofo ne de ne nam ho apaso Adekye nam na ho apaso ni nam ne ye chewie wo chese se nyina yatibi enra ne beto odwa so mampena na dan kwa Akufo-Addo wayi na di ni dibre kita no wa twea sensen wa pam na firi office honum achese ehwehwemu ekoso achese nya asam keto akra ene mampanyi kan ya no panya odada obua no Flagstaff House honum Jubilee House Eugene Ahim aha ono so di signature san say bam signature so efe na je so otoma ne ye na nyina mu no chese yensem hwoni a wo yehwehwemu wonsam hudu ahintamu me kire Manasi Azuria wuni ni hwehwemu bi okoye ye a di enda so contract for say no eno na aboa ama owura ye Adekye ne ho ntoma etumi apa no Adekye ka no ho asemi wo chese enam se aban
me interrupt we Adekye that's why I need a profilizer dodo. Nyako was nyako. Konama me pesa patraya konama Adekye kodie. So untimi nka Adekye wa. Adekye wa.
Atams we di boni it Mrs. Sound din kra.
I go with there. Kobo de Romeo nye cleaning e wo kromo.
Oh yeah.
Sao, but mimi komo wemra. Openi kwa kudua tewia ye executive secretary ma Concerned Lotto Operators Association. Eja mache.
Ya media.
Boko die.
Eja na dum ade ache die na aseda na de manu.
Edie na moya concern wo ho, edie na ekoso lottery sa enenkrata ndi abase mo se Ghana lottery NL foni mu ni yie na opani o se ame opese mo anu aduane bomo edie asemo a.
Yo mini apa me ka se bebre mi chia wa fefo nyina ni bo mo eti mu ba dia. Edi kai no National Lottery Authority wo mo ye regulators wo mo hwema lottery adwuma koso. Na regulator ejuma omo ye no omo ja ato e na wo say omo ye competitors obi o ye regulator no ono aso na manage national lotto former department of national lottery please enye proper until all nye good referee asem no ani say 2012 professor Mbele emra 844 and what they ma bad for an act of parliament. And embrace by na bag for private lottery for say no mo be adwuma. Enti wo mo register wo and a national lottery ema wo mo so be call course say wo mo need to me say wo mo ne private lottery be abaye adwuma mo kro mo need to me say bag crab operating lottery. Asem no could do high court ema wo mo ti for ema high court catch wo mo say a act of parliament. International lottery wo mo need to me say wo be kasa wo mo kwa na e be lottery Ghana ha. One come here regulated. enti woman private lotto for ya ejuma yen ni private lotto for so na ye ejuma oba ben ba ya pe ni e ko fa ko fi o ta me aso me director general of NLA yeti ya say what lotto court what we ama me a me no ka say me koko hu no owura Freddy brada roma akwan ba o ma me ni ko hia ni management tete ni se mu bebre owura ya mfa anya adwuma yeti ya say wo so obegi lotto posika edi esika wo so obe register wo ma ye banker to banker. It is a private lotto ni bimu use numbers drawn by national lottery no fit say sa kwan no faswa ebema aban no so anyesika yempo ya antia teni yesi yempeneda enso be ni den ena ye ni private lotto ko ye ni wo mu hia eta mo kwaje ni sa mi enhwe ebi mo tua 1 million Ghana cedis ebi mo tua 250,000 ebi mo tua 500,000 ebi mo tua a whole lot of amount if ye share mo say already ready to regulations the ba abeto ta abia me kan ye no me ba be ye enti no mo aboa mo na mo ma me ye sa adwuma no ma na ehu de be ye ama wo lotto writers ahugo ahu Ghana anyira bebre so wo agye wo muska ebi one to ekete ebi mo the insurance cover ye be wi ase a ye betia no say owuro ta me ya ene bag fo akoye kana na say wa bag no a wo mo ni private lotto fo no wo agreement no womun twam na
aja dia enka me mama sana nso se de o kan se opani osaya me ya ne vaga koye kanana no ehwo no de anu ehye unyina so ne se wo be de aka ne sa
kanana kire se de nta me kan sa ma min chirim eni se woni nkrofo ya ye nhyehyeye se wo be mo amo use sales draws na mo born Monday to Saturday no okay after the yebewi ase almost ne bag for no agreement dada me pa what ma say yebewi ase no na wo ne bag for na koya ayi say wo munyi private lotto for no mo no ayi agreement no o mun chata agreement no mu no ma ko cha agreement mu ampa o mu twa mu a na mo say wo mun fa wo mo powers ne ma mo na mo no ma koya agreement say private lotto for na wo mun ne bag for ni ayi no adwuma no wo mo no ma me ne wo ma me ye adwuma mini aba afem we wati bida mi awa no private lotto fo e ka bag fo e ho na mo de wo mo court to say mo 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 nya adwuma na emra no kra na eni se wo mo kra ye adwuma na high court bu amofo wati ase enti se mo makwaji agreement se mo ne bag fo be ye adwuma bag fo ndie o metimi mo sumo ye adwuma na mo sumo dem mo machine mo nia mama mo workers so se mo LMT fo na ye adwuma now bag for no as between me private lotto for so ye one more because an act of parliament. Okay, mukoko yes I dey ya. And you just said how 1 million 250 300 400 500,000 omuche yen. Omuche say omune private lotto for no e kwakoye bag adwuma nti omuche ya na say omuche say omu be mo use numbers drawn by national lottery na ye Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, one to Saturday, no one.
Good question, Gina. So, Gina, open you, Gina. So, open you, Miradia.
Me, somewhere in August at October. Not yet, the back and say, the moment you see a drawing, and Sana, who is Omuma Omunyano, Omakofa bag, it's a bag, and I can't say, Yemuba, and I'm opening by. What quite do agreement now sometime in Yajma? Ujimi sika 10 billion. And Sana Minua Bay, what quite agreement, only bag acquire agreement. And I would say Brami and Yajuma. I mean, I would give me sika to one. Name wow machine, I would the Yajmana, what's me Rami and why Jimmy says cannot cry and hammy. I said, the whole machine, I mean, no Baba Yajment would use count. And what you have to review. And I walk quite deep or big contract or be agreement on that acquire. Se me mra me yes adwuma no ma operators no ma me yes adwuma ye ne ani operators ne adwuma ye magi mo machine yes adwuma no ma mo enti me ka se kanana
okay enya gina so meba opanyidua se de be na enkomo no be kama no ya no watie me kakra wani de mu gina so kosane bi ohono mo a de be ye de ne se ubenya anu ye de ye nyina se ye penso ano enti Kwajopo Kurazak ye director of communications e National Lotteries Authority o ahoma ne so enti wadi kan bisa kosamienu tie na de mema wa akra interview na ba ubisa kosana na maje ne mabisa ma se sa sika te say 250,000 Ghana cedis 500,000 Ghana cedis 1 million no omo de ye den eno ya asem number 1 asem number 2 eni se edi enti kura na sese no omo gi sa sika no a omo agi awi a wo ma san de adwuma na abremo a wo mo ankasa ne vag fo anye kwadwo ma che
enyo so
boko de
Yamiado.
Wani die mu ya no wa ma oni so amayen kakra. What
maintain the voice no.
On the voice no wo. Ye be hwe na ya ye ni. Me wa ha. Ejadua hold on. Meba wo ho. Kwajo de wantie no o say mu ma o mu tua sika. Mu je bet say 250,000 with the maximum of 1 million Ghana cedis. Sasika no omunti ase se de poten na mude yeye efri se mune vagefo akwakoye kanana ama agreement ane ho dada no matwam private operators ne vag agreement matwam efri se mo se banker to banker for no eyisu mo NLA for mo numbers so se mo drawings mo draws na ya mo ye afa mu wie ya agreement nso amone vag koye na mo amantimi amfa anya adwuma mo san de abre wo mo se wo mo na amfa anya adwuma omuti ase a enti
mechia UTB ashafo nyina ne Ghana fo nyina first of all may your public relations manager may you ready say may you banter with somebody is not recognized by the National Lottery Authority. Nipa na we interview no in the records of NLA Untias Capra Nasimpoa Hema National Lottery Authority. Tibusane say bank bank no kwa kudi atewia okutia bisika. The receipt from that bank ne wo here. That ben no also made the sika National Lottery Authority say ono kwa kudi atewia or a license to operate lotto in the private sector. We don't have any records in the NLA to that effect.
But Kojo, or association executive.
I will come to that. Association of what?
Concerned lotto operators. Concerned lotto operators.
Concerned Lotto Agent Association of Ghana Clark. Go to the records of the Registrar General's Department. It was registered by just 2 individuals. Okudia Teria as secretary and Solomon Abuaje as director. So who are the concerned Lotto Agent Association of Ghana? Sabi honena akoti nikwa wadetutu ayampia. But let me come to the substantive matter. One thing we have to understand is that NLA and Kekre Veterans Administration Ghana VAG was established by Act of Parliament under Ministry of Defense. NLA is under Ministry of Finance. These two ministries and these two organizations are coming together. Said no, in order to make sure that veterans normal system ever contain na or more day-to-day operation and activities. They are surrender a section of their act to make sure the NLA will conduct raffle on their behalf, here raise revenue for them. And let me make it categorically clear. VAC Act has no authority to give license, say, Momeya private lotto. Law has stated clearly. So, make my conduct raffle, they can engage in raffles and other game of chance in accordance with National Lotto at 722 and in accordance of gaming at 721. Yeah, they say if veterans 100% or more echo business, our sports betting centers, casinos, and the rest, they have to resort to gaming commission to grant license to the very people I recommending. And gaming commission will be the one to regulate those people. If they want to conduct raffle or lottery, they have to recommend certain people to the National Lottery Authority to be given license in accordance with our 722. The assembly now can say, you should go and read the law again. And you're launching NLA VAG Lotto. Minister of Defense, our veteran Senate, make statement categorically clear. Say, From henceforth, they have this arrangement with NLA, and NLA is going to do that business on their behalf. To be a private entity or any individual, our person NLA VAG Lotto, SO NLA, now we follow the due process, near due diligence on the records that you submit and sign your license. Now, Obama, open so pretty radio station or TV station. Apart from so register a company at the Register General, you have to go to the appropriate institution for license. SO NCA. NCA, you go to your ticket now, honey, I'm a instant license. No, the documents are submitted, classical what they have to do due diligence on it to make sure, they are not giving it to a criminal, to make sure, they are not giving it to somebody who involved in money laundering. They have to do thorough background checks, and that's what the NLA was doing. 3 days ago, we issued a communique, and some of the newspapers have carried. Say, processor, now ye take or more open window for them to come under NLA to be regulated, They are exhausted all the process. Or more qualify, they should come to the NLA within 7 days. Or more signing their terms and conditions of the license necessary at the mouth. Almost all man qualify, all the money they pay will be refunded back to them.
Okay. Now,
and it's not going to take anybody's money. Well, one qualified, and then you'll be answering about my license. We are going to give licenses to people who are ready to work in accordance with the law. License say, Obi will pretty radio station. Now I catch NCA for say, license now, dear mamma, media, may programs and whatever, may not may decide. We have content law. And it is also very license. And once you share no obey, ultimo pretty outside the law, ultimo operating outside the terms and conditions pertaining to your license.
Okay. Let
me make this one clear before you come in. Even private sector participation in our industry, the Constitution actually endorses it. But also interested who private sector by UTV are granting interview to me and that person on the other side. Busane said UTV by the Bible said Momame an invoice, send me announcement, and now me play jingles or any advert on your TV. That invoice, there's a VAT element, there's NHIS element, there's a component that it goes to the government. I want to touch it. So how come some more private law to afford it? You want to operate according to your own terms, according to things that favor you. You don't want to make any commitment to government.
Okay. Maybe sana no amount, but clear way mama na me musa no question them out. Say
musika no a o ka say sika na ye de den onyi sika na ye di or mutua ye no. Those who pay, we have their record. And you be at the TI. And some of them, they are hiding behind who pay. And that money went into the consolidated fund.
Okay.
And market clearly. Wow, one qualifier, you refund your money back to you.
Okay. Kwajo dem person bisane say NLA any VAG agreement we wait me abon tofa na banker to banker for ebem saying.
NLA ne VAG agreement say because section 20 of their act say ombetimi I gauge raffle or game. No more so to me register and they are taking care of the retired soldiers and the veterans But we need that capacity. Some of them are licenses to individuals. So previously, there was lack of understanding. And now, private illegal lotto operators maybe a call to them for a license, whereby they don't have license to do that lotto. So, we sat down and realized, sebi. Two organizations established by an act of parliament. And yes, I said that you are fighting over jurisdictional powers as to who to do what and who should not do what. So let's come together and find an amicable solution to it. I realize when it comes to lottery operation, NLA and the one who passed away. Because one person act so person lottery, it should be in accordance with NLA Act. It means that you must go to appropriate body. Say beya omumum ebe giving the license to the people who may raise revenue on your behalf.
Okay.
The bag is to the benefit of government. Our more private operators are more can was it. As you say, say your license, a Juma obey for a day. Even now they do it. A Juma obey for a day. Who are the other betray wins? Who are the commission or writers or who are the operational expenses and all that? And how the member as a profit. They don't pay anything to government. We are Juma directly for NLA, a lotto marketing company. How we use machine, any chalo to any boa bank. Any LMC and NLA, any LMC and buy any revenue from government. So why our private sector? Why don't you want to make that commitment to government? And we are saying, Edumania you are going to be licensed as a super agent. I know Biana said or separate license.
Okay.
In a different category.
Me that say kwajo meeting na me ko bisa questions no.
Ebeko wait to say the moye de bia no.
Okay.
Commission so beko mo agents and writers say the bia moye no. Operational costs beko. There we are entitled to use beko. There say ko aban won so no ebeko automatically. And also no mo so mo ntia ase. So na ye mo nye de o mo bepe. Na se bi. Obi e no so chenga na bra. Unless the law is amended or the law is changed, nobody's above the law.
Kwajo me da say o de ehome so kakra no munsuo mesan aba.
Given to them, but they are going to operate in accordance with the terms and conditions of pertaining to their license.
Me da say Kwagu Teria
qualifiers no come back to
Kwajo home so me ba Kwajo home so me ba Kwaku adenti na mujumadi amudie ye pese emra bɔ mo ho ban Kwaku
me also
adenti na mujumadi amudie ye pese emra bɔ mo ho ban na etenetene niam anim emamo na mutua to nso ma ban na mo pese mo beye ubisa sika no wo se e ko oman ayi oman aboso mu ana oman foto mu a eye consolidated fund mu se wote ye na adenti na mo pese mo be ma ya tenetene mujumadi na mutua VAT nso
yo me that the brave you be kind of if I say man may react to one that you be okay. What say? Or call register general who check or could be a terrier to Loma, Wagina register concerned lotto agents. If a sub with the Cotipoku as I said, if Yam Rassen is probably run army and the form Kuninipe and entities no, I walk on open this Nipa in the register. So acquire and him is Amayana. Nipa Aquanami and Sun register code, Medomini in Adam. We become on the concerned voters association of Ghana no form yana no the video time ya temono if in the form yet concerned voters association concerned voters no more when no obi samino at the credibility but then if it's a concerned voters association now or the question san law to capture time ya said or you corrupt of 15 million Ghana cedis near the net or no national law to say a man 7,000 Ghana cedis a man. Where are the members of concerned voters association? You see, all you of one side Russia would be a form association. We will talk for 1 year. Then your form association is recognized. So any recognize that. And then many first person in meeting to flow army out. When they came to office, two of honorable Freddie Blaine. Freddie Blaine agreed number man said, work with these people. So what is he talking about? I want to ask Kodepokura, I met him twice, and he asked me to bring proposal. To Ghana also operated if he doesn't know that record, he should stop. Concerned voters, voters or association, how many people registered that association? He should come and tell us this. You see, who are the Kawasem? The registration of entities no emra ho ye call yen sanye yen emra ni ho se nipa mi edu betumi aya enko mo yenye issue now the substantive one it be bisane said or say yen person emra boy ho ban emra ebo obi a ho ban no ho your man papa ho pese odi emra so na so kai na ho pass say o no bag no obi a timi nye lotto nka national lotto ho nya enye no kre. I don't know court no young national lottery. Then the national lottery and the assembly court, the court said that it was an act of parliament. So BAG have the right to operate lotto and do it in business with any private person. I don't know, court, national lottery. One anchor appeal. One only lotto was someone can't then about national lotteries over there, Juma, or Kata Semina Onimono. Me deal for the past 30 years. Me a memorandum of understanding with national lotteries 1998 with former chairman Mr. Anoma and Van Bell and others. What does he know about lottery?
And
Terria, I'm still insisting, say, one would just can say, one operators now use numbers from national lot sales draws from Monday to Saturday, you know. And you want somewhere you can't, maybe for a few office. Me ko bisa no watem se also why lotto court e dey ntira why lotto court yen me wo ka say me control idea ma new patriotic party e ma Mr. Freddy Break so my year campaign ta bodoku Razak no way e don na nya yo
kwaku teria kwaku
onim da dey free kwaku the guide almost be amending law no. Now, independent regulators. That is what we are talking about. We met here 10 billion. We met here now. Okay, yeah. Or you must say, what agreement with BAG. Now, what's me, a Jumama bag, Mawa. Who got me sick? Only mean nothing can what some say. Ebia and Krishna me no year can they know. Mean to mean the Sunemu, a Hana me de Woko, into no Sasa, Abapinity, and Yanko. What is a year out there? Would be a 1 man, would be sick of a man. Who would not do a basic up? To them 1 year, 4 months. Not again, we are saying this is the beginning of the war. Government should come in, government should investigate where the money is. And we're consolidated fund that we don't know anything about that. All that we know is that the president should come in out the circumstances that led and investigate in respect of the amount they took. What's your consolidated fund? Yati is on record now. About you there be a special about
okay. Kwaku ya bada se papa.
Hello.
Meda se kwaku. Me pese mbisa kosa but em se we hiti dodo ma me musa kosa. Enti ude ye mfansi ya ye bre ni susa we hiti pa adwobre e kire ye beto aso. Yeah, that's it. Kwaku Duateria, Executive Secretary at the Emma Concern Lotto Operators Association, and I would say Razak Jopoko, and so Public Relations Officer LNLE, Yenene Kasai. Sister?
Yeah.
Pacho Koye BAG.
Yo, I was a phony or Ghanaian publisher, the Bokrat and front page, Kratan and Nim, and a demo a war. Na Chief Executive Officer Kwanche for Penya, were no and the Public Procurement Authority, and no a year or ABAJ, aha, and ra any beto just any Dibrano, a buying AJF in some. I just send you some Kitua cry, and not Danko Kufa Ditu Jubilee House, no, and now Penyo shed the bonsam so Jubilee House or you Jana hidden in Sasha. What so a money among some may be able to pay crata my young rich more. Now, what should I? Open the bread, dear man, on one cassa safa, quite frost will be the companies. I just say, what J contracts no MSR companies no or don't be contract for sale. I just say, yes, I'm good to her. Now, when some Shonia and D. Eddie Banasa Zuri, I wouldn't want no and a year documentary bill 2 D. Contract for say emo ko yenhwehwemu wo honoma papa ne hontuma apa na wo kira we a conflict of interest and nti ana yagire ndibre e de afini nsem no na say na nsem na ti se wo so wapanyinya we ni de di nkan ode ne ho ahye bukatamu ama e hontuma apa wo chese wo taye pa ena emfiempinu ene mienu 2002 afini mu say no e manager I was Ghana Water Company Limited, Womoniema Hudwoso, manager in charge of materials at Ghana Water Company Limited. Now, one opinion, can no dano some managing director, Oras Charles J for me. Womo come to my bano, and me koya say, Womu disika 2.4 billion Ghana cedis, Nanya some Kitua. Now, what chess a meter ya bobo ya down. Aha, and aja, one cry and so the enemy, one free, or my for ba wo memne husika 2.4 billion and wo mu ediye ye ka so wo mfi sesika na mre besi na wo ntumi mfeye as ikanda so show mu minimu saa me ka say ni aton committee of inquiry so munye hwehwemu na saa committee no na Justice NYB Adade wono na eda no ekwowi ase no che say ye meters maku 30,000 ano kwa ni betima nya bi e wo Ghana ha ya mo se da bi empe makofa adwuma ko be phone limited so no na enkrasa ye meters ne mra na ke fa bi wo Ghana ha si abaku bia na ke beto no $30 na so panyin si twia ka hini ha ye mpene kofa phone limited for say ne mum kra ye meters ne mra ene meter na ke benya $30 no mo kra ba no mo se $40 na je so mo fa so $10 ene meter 30,000 meters no je se hu sika mo wi anya asem ketwa na je se bukata de papa no wa bini ye wo mpa na no committee no tena ase no mo reporter wo de ba ye no ebeto odwasa mpanyimfo mienu yi enka ye dismiss wo mo yenyu wo modi na afi ye fo mo ko attorney general department ne enko bo mo kwadu eye na phone limited adwumako no na Somfa limited wo mo nyina so ka ho bi enka yenyu wo mo kran free Ghana Water Company limited wo mo ehye bia mu contract ye mo biem na so nyina entumi antentam atese sika de wo mo awi bi pa a weni de tosu mienu a papa yi wadi sabi saa ensemhunu na wo bo aban ka edi Ghana me wudi Ghana mansika na opanyi mudidi bre ma wo bi opanyi o bad record say na wasa am na no da yi na chese on de bukata no ka no oye enti we cry say ehwe ba kosi Ghana ha de saa bai a cha na wotwe
men ka I China na wotwe ne wo ene ye di aso de ne be ma wo efise ya na omanfo ne sensem twofo se unu ansem twoni na akwa nhwehwemu na abai enti ye nhwehwemu na betodwa na afi ye ka ye se he ya na wotwe ho
we ne mampanya bam
se wo ka bia se ampa edi na wotwe ne ya ante ho hwe ebebisa wo sa so ye nsem twoni wo betimi ato aso enti to aso fi bia manase
DS no we de mampanya bam se bia ebehu DS
ebekwa akusi
but ya so obi kowi aban cable ba ko pani e china mutimi de no koto nsa wom na hwe sika papa yawe
we ni say allegation afi ni yese wawe enti de ehwe de hira
allegation na 2002 de ne and almost that who committee no e ma recommendations some people no yes o mo fembra
omunya fe ba ya na omunya fe mai okay ni nyina beka ho ombefia Kelvin ombefia na ba
sa choku for bresu
sister wo de me yenhwe de abani yenka asemi help daily graphic corruption allegation at Public Procurement Authority Shraj receives president's petition special prosecutor summons CEO ye be fa Shraj de nfi say sema catch special prosecutor de no de said the chronicle fan na me de pant ye ho de be free. Now the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice Shraj has confirmed receipt of a petition from President Danko Akufo-Addo requesting it to look into breaches of conflict of interest by the CEO of the PPA, Mr. Jenny Boateng Ajayi. The president sent the petition to Shraj soon after a press statement from the Jubilee House announced Mr. Ajayi's suspension for allegations of conflict of interest, an act of corruption leveled against him, that followed by the freelance journalist Mr. Manasseh Azuri Awini. So, sister, Shraj.
Yo, I was on for daily graphic the workout and your demo corner crata no animu front page one no a one year dree. Ora Makaji. Makaji quite so only a new life.
So way Ora
ABAJ. ABAJ. Needs me abay. I just say odin wa kwa share conflict of interest mu koton contract akese e ho ntoma apano eno enra omampanyi de tu dwase ne dibre ne nyimfi nisem ene ne anche kra de tu dwo Jubilee House ho samba bonten ape ena omampanyi sade petition ekoma Commission of Human Rights and Administrative Justice Shraj for say ni die mada sansensem ya ba momodin aso behwem ta conflict of interest no wonum ebehwem ye pa na ba bia niema eda no wo mu atumi ade atoto ye na sa so twi bi okrampa yatumi ede ama opanyin no na omampanyin o chese sa petition no wodi bi kra mane sam trofo ama bia be pie krata mu enam so ma no pay ye bo ho dawuro ene ne so bo de abo omode abo owura eje nyina no wo se Shrajfo emu ehwehwemu na ne nyina gina owura Azuri Awuni ni hwehwemu ne documentary contract for say ho sensam no na abobo aba ma se do omampanyin so mbie ama ode ho petition so akoma Shraj se wo mu ehwehwemu
And your fa chronicle no so ya asem krona na eno no special prosecutor there no or can say hey report yourself to my office next week. You have a case of corruption to answer. The special page 3. The special prosecutor, Mr. Martin Alamisi Kaiser Banzamidu, has written to invite Mr. Jenim Boateng J, suspended Chief Executive Officer of the Public Procurement Authority, for questioning next week, Thursday. The letter signed by the SP dated August 22, 2019 and addressed to the suspended CEO said Mr. J has been invited in his capacity as both CEO and director or shareholder of a company under investigation, telling Discovery Limited, TDL. The letter, which said the company was under investigation for procurement malpractices, asked Mr. J to come along with all necessary information and documents in relation to the probe, including minutes from board meeting.
Also for Chronicle the Bokrata no honum enye wo na wachesa special prosecutor Owura Martin Alamisi Amidu wono so atro krata ene mu wankasa ode akoma Owura Agyenim Boateng Ejei opanyin ya suspending ya tin dibrade afini nsem ese okwanchefo opanyin da Public Procurement Authority no wachesa nyame ya duma ye wada ebe na just next week ye wada ebe ya no womra na omeyi nsembisa bia nti asenhye nimu ono nko an ebetime yi anu nti womra na omeyi sansembisa na no na we ye krata eja date asaso ye 22nd August 2019 ya na ode kwama CEO Owura Ejei na wo kire se wo invite no se CEO and afa director that's our Talent Discovery Limited adwumako na wo mje contract na mo ton no ano na cheso ko artist nipa mienu wo hon ma chese nya asam ketwa ene o si procurement si atoto nema ma ban no kwan ya pepe ifa so no entwa yie buka tabia koso ene ma mu hyeda na ho ehwa yesum ene nti wo mre na o meka ne bi emre mu na ehu de etuamu yie pa ene on board meeting no wo mo conference ma ya na etuamu minutes ni nyina no opanyin obeyin se misa ko do wo hon ma se de nyame adoma ya wada ya hwe opanyin anim se oba kopie wo Martin Amidu ni office wonu na nsemisa no wotumi eya no man wo ye fine pa o try the picture na
mini ho my ento asowai na yenkoye nim a father that advises First Lady to stay clear of Gumwafete Akwambo. The First Lady Rebecca Kufuado, together with some key officials, has been advised by Captain Nkrabia Ifadate, lawyer for the royal family of Gumwafete in the Central Region, to dishonor the invitation extended to them by an unrecognized group to this year's Akwambo Festival. According to the lawyer for the Trafuhene of Gumwach and Pim traditional area, the purported chief Nana Boyamwa II, on whose behalf the invitation is being extended, is dead and at the mortuary of the Kolibu Teaching Hospital. Now, there are some people that are calling for the head of the MCE of Pristiahuni Valley. If it is true that the Pristiahuni Valley Municipal Chief Executive, Mr. Muzad Kweku Owu, actually said, as reported in the Chronicle, declined knowledge of the existence of the illegal miners, MC Muzad Owu told this reporter that the area being referred to falls within the concession of Golden Star Resources, a mining company. Nevertheless, he promised to alert the BNI to verify the information. Then he should be sacked. He is not competent enough to be representing the president in the municipality. Heading the Municipal Mining Committee and Municipal Security Committee, I pray that the president will dismiss all MDCEs who are sleeping on the job, like Mr. Muzad Kweku Owu and Galamsey is destroying our country. I think they had already brought a story in that regard, and then there's a follow-up. New Edubiasi NDC on fire over parliamentary candidate.
Yeah,
page 5.
Okay.
Page 5. Some aggrieved members of the opposition NDC, including former constituency executives, have threatened to vote for the NPP in the 2020 general elections if Abdul Salam Adams is imposed on them as their parliamentary candidate. They claim that Abdul Salam Adams is being imposed on them by the national executives without seeking the approval and consents of the 936 executives from the 104 polling stations in the constituency. At a press conference to articulate their concerns, Frank Obe Jata, immediate past constituency organizer and spokesperson for their group, said they were unhappy at the anti-party conduct being exhibited by Adams and his entire campaign team, led by his elder brother, Abdullahi Baba, during the 2016 general elections. sister yenkwa
yo ebusian for Chronicle Democrat and the yakin kama say ye katafen to so page 5 wonom no ene demo aircraw na we the NDC fo adwoso ene demo aircraw no che say NDC fo ebi modwa yie pa ebi modwa ukọ eye nu adubiase importem honom a wo modwa rough anya asem ketoa na wo mo kire say Kani constituency executives no wonom de ahunahuna asem bia to dwa say ansha wonom ebeto aba de ama MPP amnyoko no 2020 abanimu na se omode eye Abdul Salam Adams ehso mo kon se chinchire atwan wonom me parliamentary candidate dia ene no so na be pushi wonom ama 2020 abanimu no mo ento aba ma NDC no makoto aba de ama MPP amnyoko no na wo se Abdul Salam Adams ye ka no wasemi chinchire atwan eye national executive ma NDC 4% omode omo so mo kon pa ewo eye ni wadubiase wo se wono no me parliamentary candidate wa bra Wamunje, Wamumbusa, 936 executives, or move through 104 police stations. No, I was about to persuade no Wambusa Wamu, say, be more approve, or imagine not to an assomujin into mo, chinchilla trying one no, and I just say, Wamupo Mumpo, ya do mo Emma. Now, we and our friends, some trophy share press conference, Ama Ora Frank, Jata. Ha one immediate past constituency organizer and now for Sakasa Mekuo no one there to just a choir a national executives I do a more fast one money in you na na mo pese ja obi gina man na mu no choir parliamentary candidates and kay oboni ani de concern come no much ye executives see aye wo police station one of the here penis one an come de ne ko na say mu ye bi mu de ne be share ko a chinchine to no mbra asif say nipa ni ko ni mu there be and then your Sadia can be as 2020 and to about NDC, you better MPP na way any and some one at their back Chronicle the broadcast and if I so in noon. Nifa tosso me and son and announces what they abba. Now what should I say? First lady, dear no. First lady, a year Ghana ba Penny Rebecca Kufu Ado. One knee and pennyfo be energy. Yadi ato manimu Captain Crabia e fadate. No lawyer Emma Gomwa Fete 150 man to one distribution royal family no what they are two much so mutunsa first lady say Jakwambo festival no one rebi na so mo dia to dwa say need ye mother one train swansa anameboa one train swansa ni na ne say na abo ya mo otoso mienu wono no ye ohene won potem honom sabra make say mo kire say letter na mo de bre first lady no omu gina papa ya na mu na eja wo mo ede bai na say make say papa no on kan ti asefo hu bi mu eni say ya de a o mo kire kra kolebu eni si on twentwen na so ansa e was invitation ho de wonsam aba the Chronicle the bokata nifa etoso miensa
aka nson no na fe wawi
nifa etoso
de kena shigbe se yempam prisia hu ni valley mansin krache penny no page 7
Page 7.
Christian Hunivali MC should be sacked for lack of knowledge of galamsey around great co-pylons.
No kai.
Annie, Maminkin Kai Emma. The Tiani said the Wokrata Chronicle Bama near Wokrata fine tosso and so. Sir Messi Cratch Penny or Christian Hunivali, Mozart Koku O. Womo enyinu emfiho na opani ken ashigbe na wode sadiswe die eto mampeni enim adani a opani ken ashigbe say Chronicle do bokrata no ogini di say ontwa nkontompo na onka asem nso a enim enti ogikrata ne di efise ne credibility wo hwani mu die gina so pa adani a wo say krata no di amane bobi bae say enkrofo ye galamsey ewo grid kofo sa wo mo post akakraka mintimimia ya obemu se sisi nwura makese no pylons na se ehwo pe na nkrofo etu galamsey enti ehwo no de ensese ekwati obi ani se wo kromo keke kra e wo se hu na so wo mo ko bi se amesi catch pe wo se yene ya bibia sense mi hu ye se sisu a mi hu ye eno pani kana chi be so kenkan asem na hu dwiri no se pa se ade eti sei ekoso wo hwena no mensi krache pani wa na wo san egina mensi na mu ese bambo egina tuko onu no titina ni music wona wo ye omu titina ni enti bambo nsemu no ade sei koso na wo se hu ye enti ote hɔ a oye de wada onim ni a oye enya adwuma no no on de oda se wasɔre no wahwira tena ne kam hwi pa ne yede na kwa kosi na hwi pa ne asan de na bafie no ano no enti sade ati se ekoso a ene anyina atua yi na se opani Mozart owusi onhu yede a ene opani kana shigbe se wonye mensin krachi papa wontimi nsi aban anan na nka susu ampa se Ghana yewo na poso amanfo aba poso ba beye bibi anase bibi esi wo man Ghana mu gidigidi pa mampani be sori wo se minim minhu ye menteye ene no wo hosen enu bi ene wo pani ken ahigbe se da bi ene wo wura owu ontumi isi mampani anan wo prisi ahuni valley ho ti se saade a yenyinu na nyi ono nko a mensi akachifo mpanimfo na de yi wo mu de ye hona no wase abisa se na rebel ne we fa honorable kani nyina fu ka kire me a post na yi wo mu de no esese yi wo mu fi se nya adwuma enti na wonom ewo ho ena ne chronicle de obokrata no e de abey sister wo se otua me enti said ya ye ne die said ya ye ne die no nso aba pa mu enti ye bekọ akọpa aduane adi wadi di anope
menya ne die
uni die twemi we kire se glad is the banner se bibia yo okay amefreo
bibi anya okay dia mento nka anya shimu this way ho no
ye ko hu asanto a na pepa no bi fato na pampem se wo hu sa eno anu no wati ase o ye ti asefo
me hadwin anya me dan so die
na che se o papa na basa na ne ho ane she watare
Justy Fashions
okay
wonum ewo jowulu omo ya de pa ntu person Pan African wear down hu papa Mr. na no mo edins awoso and Living God Saloon otiasifo nyame na santo a ono so tabora alaji station hwa miti ono na abo ede amame ne nkoda doors ne tenancy wutenasi a na omabo awie ede amount is bomodin na ko shebivon ebotiri bibia obe ne kama ede amount asanto a wono manyina medamasa no pay
why dear sister Santo Fiada was say name happy birthday to you Grace Ajuanima Abiam Grace Ajuanima Abiam of KNUST and then Church of Pentecost Aquile Assembly if you mame uncle Eric Grace abusuan ko ni nyina wo say ye die prom ye enkan kone nkoso e de ma say nyame ensha so Grace unyame enkan happy birthday to you unim sister Grace no friend na man happy birthday why another one to you Nana Opare Kwafo CEO Geocon Construction and Petroleum Nana Opare Kwafo CEO Geocon Construction and Petroleum and then Chidom Hene Bri Echiasin and Adeshe Hene Equiapim Eshirase the Makani Yedia Nana Onkwaso Unyame Inshrau na Omau Enkwatenten. A blessed birthday to you, Mrs. Lydia Obeng of California, USA, from Coretta Fojo, and the beautiful ladies of Love and Care that you grow old still beautifully and trending. So happy birthday to all the birthday celebrant. God bless you, increase you, and make you fruitful. Yekoba pa. Gladys Beba, Yebedia Pomude and Como, Kaisa Amy Scientific Heba, and in the Alternative Medical Hospital, and Afakano, Nafe Yashe Mukase, Nayuya, and Punimpo, the General Secretary of NDC, Ura Johnson, and Sedun Ketiawaha, Nieninapo. Chaye, when you dear moi, ye basisia.